All right, so today is a special day. The first video for Grasshopper's Ear, and I have a special guest, Victoria Jackson,
Yay!
my baby
Woo!
sister. Well,
Hello.
she ain't no baby no more, but
Well,
so first off, how you feeling today?
I'm okay. It's a little rough right now during the pandemic, but still getting around, still making it happen.
That's good. First of all, I want to thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come out and talk to me because, like you said, there's a lot going on. We're not even talking about the election. This is just a lot going on in general. So, you're in school. How's school going?
It's going good. It gets a little tough sometimes, but I mean, it's college. You got to work through it and try your hardest to make it through it. It's real tough.
So, what are you going to school for again?
Process operator.
Process
Yes.
operator. All right. So, how do you feel about what I'm doing right now, like with Grasshoppers here?
I think it would give a good opportunity for people to come in and vent and let their opinions about certain things out to you, and maybe you could give some feedback to them, and I think it could be a really good thing for YouTube, something different.
Yeah, well, me personally, I think if nothing else, it'll give a perspective on what's really going on with real people that they may not have thought about before we did this. Because I know one thing for sure is everybody's busy. You're busy, I'm busy. Everybody got a lot going on. That's with themselves. That's not even counting if you have kids or anything like that. So, with that being said, I want to do something like this because, for one, it shows that you can do more than just play sports. You can do more than just entertain. You can do something with your time that can affect other people in a positive way. So, with that being said, Grasshopper's Ear. Now, do you know where I got the name Grasshopper's Ear from?
Yes. My dad's mom, our grandma used to call him Grasshopper a lot growing up. So,
Grandma Gladys. For those who don't know, Grandma Gladys called me Grasshopper. So, in the ear part, because me trying, I became the listener in the family, like on both sides. Like people come to me all the time to listen to what they have going on, whether I want to listen or not. So, thank you, because now we're here with Grasshoppers here. All right. Now the fun part. What's on your mind?
well, today I wanted to talk about bullying.
Okay.
So, growing up, I used to get bullied a lot.
Mhm.
Simply because of my weight or, like my hair and things like that.
Mhm.
So, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Have you had any bullies growing up, and do you forgive them? And whatever your answer choice is, has it affected your life today?
The short answer to that is yes. And I actually, I did in high school. I actually did a poem about it. Something to do. Well, it had something to do with it. But yes, the short answer is yes. I was short. I wasn't in shape. I was skinny. You see me now. I wasn't this big. Like I'm not huge, but I wasn't this big when I started high school. So I was like a buck 80, soaking wet. So with that being said, once I figured out that you get bigger once you lift weights, I was lifting weights in the middle of the night. Like I got out of my bed, lift weights, and once I got bigger, uh, I always played sports, but I got a little better in football, so I got a little more attention and got a little more popular. Then the bullying stopped, and also, um, I me gaining a little weight, gaining a little muscle, I got the confidence to stand up for myself. And as far as forgiving the bullies back in the day, we was kids. I mean, that most of the time bullies just wanted attention that they weren't getting already, so they didn't know any better. So as far as forgiving, that's in the past. We moved on from that.
Well, for me, growing up, it was pretty tough because I was pretty chunky. You know, people used to be like, they were like, she stank. You know how kids feel and everything.
Kids are mean.
So, yeah, especially on the bus.
Yeah.
So for me, I would kind of just ignore it or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna have to cut this part because like I was getting. See, I was practicing.
Now you
and
gotta
then,
keep
like,
it real, baby.
huh?
You gotta keep it real, baby. They
Okay.
need to hear this. They need to hear this.
Okay, so for me, I would just ignore it growing up, but eventually it would get to the point where I would let it get to me and I would go off on it.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, it's like I don't think people are teaching kids about this at home. So you know, because people see me already as you gonna have to cut this part out because I was practicing at home and I was like,
We're gonna keep it all the way real because tears are not a sign of weakness. It's pain leaving the body. You got that?
yeah.
Chin up, chest out. Say it with your chest.
Well, okay. So me growing up, they used to say that I used to stink and all this other stuff growing up, and you know I had it to where people would be trying to like hit me and stuff. Like like one of our neighbors that we grew up with growing up, she used to pick on me too. So I used to ignore them, but you know she used to try to hit me and everything like that. So my thing is like I don't think people are teaching their kids about bullying. I mean, me personally, I could never let somebody get to me to the point where that I'll try to take my life.
Yeah.
But there's some people out there that's like that.
Yeah. Like there's some people that don't know the power of logging out of social media. It's okay to log off. It's okay to escape the cyber thugs because that's all it is. Somebody is able to sit behind a keyboard and say whatever they want to you because they know that they have that invisible protection of a screen. And that's one thing I found out as I got older is people really have feelings that can get hurt. And just because you find entertainment and joy from hurting somebody else doesn't mean you haven't left a negative impact on somebody that may take a long time to get over with. Like I used to think a long time ago when kids would say that when adults would say that they had a messed up childhood and it still affects them to today. I didn't realize how true that was, but like stuff that like I could remember back in the day. So I'm just keep it all the way real. Like I could remember, I want to say I was in second grade, was playing on a playground, and for whatever reason, instead of going to use the restroom, I stayed on that playground until I couldn't hold it no more and peed on myself. And kids gonna find any way to make a joke anyway. I was surrounded by kids that teased me for the longest time for that. And that was second grade. You know how many names and stuff of people I've met today that I forget, but I can remember that because it impacted me. Like I didn't do it again, that's for sure. I sure went to the restroom after that, but like stuff that's really impactful like that, you remember it, but the goal is to grow from it and learn from it and not let it hold you back.
Well, for me, I know people, they get to that point where they don't care what people have to say about you
Yep.
and things like that. But
Yep.
I don't think I necessarily got to that point.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it'll probably take a while.
Yeah.
Probably, cause it's been like all throughout my life, pretty much.
Yeah.
Especially in high school.
Yeah.
Because I was the only black girl that was the only black girl that was in drill team and band.
Mm-hmm.
So they used to bully me.
Clap for that.
And
Yes, sir.
thank you.
Yes, sir.
But so they used to bully me about that because they'd be like, well, you can't do that, like, because I was the only one. Mind you, there's other schools out there that do that.
Yes.
But they do both drill team and band.
Yeah.
But I was the only one doing it. So, I mean, yes, it was hard, but I made it happen and I proved them wrong.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a lot of things going on. People can be pretty mean.
Yeah.
But I think for me, I have a hard time forgiving people because I'm a cancer. So, like even things now, I still have a hard time forgiving people for.
Yeah.
That like because it's just. Me personally, if somebody's done me wrong or I feel like disrespecting me, I'll just cut them out of my life.
Yeah.
But you can't do that all the time.
Yeah.
So you have to learn to not care what people have to say about you.
Yeah.
So
it's more important of your opinion of yourself, because you can't base your life on a temporary problem. Like that person that had that negative comment or negative image of you, they may need you in the long run. Okay. It comes full circle. Like even, like, I guess I can call it bullying. I had an old manager when I used to work at Kroger. Like he used to mess with everybody. And me in particular, he would come, this is when I was still at Lamar. Yeah, I was still at Lamar. And he would come at night before my shift ended and pickle me, oh, why you ain't did this or why you ain't do that? Well, like, he would do this so much that I got tired of him. So I found a number to the Kroger union and I called on him. And I found out I was the 6th department to report him. And they didn't fire him, they just moved him to Houston. So, yes, bullying is real. Yes, you need to stand up for yourself. And yes, you need to be self-aware enough to know that that temporary problem is not going to hold you back and move forward.
Yeah, for me, I still have a little resentment or whatever, but I mean, like you said, it's the past and we were kids. But as far as social media, I've actually became friends with a few of them that used to bully me growing up, and I would see them posting about how bullying isn't right and things like that.
Contradiction.
And I'm just like, oh, okay,
right.
Interesting.
So life is caught up with them. That same thing, that treatment they was giving out is probably came back to them. It's possible.
I think people that bully they are going through things at home and they take it out on other people and make them hurt because they're hurt. So, but I was thinking I want to do like people that used to bully others growing up, like. Do they ever wonder like how that's affected that person? Like, do they think about that?
Probably.
Or like how has their life been affected? Like, have they changed since then, or are they still the same person? or do they think that they could have do they think they could have did things differently instead of doing what they were doing to those people?
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's just a thought.
Yeah.
I've always wanted that because I know one of my band teachers. He was telling us how he used to bully people.
Yeah.
And that it has affected him growing up. I mean, now that he's older.
Yeah.
And he said he wishes he never did anything like that because he knows it can hurt people.
Yeah.
And nowadays a lot of people are really committing suicide.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, people don't understand words really hurt.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I seen it's I don't know what to call it a meme, but I guess it's a post. It says, "I'd rather hear about your problems than to hear about your death," and it's about suicide prevention. So I'm not saying I want to go like directly down that road to be suicide prevention or like that's I don't want to be the spokesperson for that, but I will be posting under this video the number for the suicide hotline because that is important and it does happen all the time.
I do remember like growing up, there was a point where I did try, like I think it was when I was in mama and daddy's room, and I had a knife, and I was just trying, but I wasn't really like too serious about it, but I don't know, it was an everyday thing for me because them kids always used to bully me, and especially it was family members too. Family members too.
Yeah. Family is brutal.
Yep.
Because they know that, especially if they the tattletale type, they know they can say what they want because they can just run behind their parents and they know you can't do nothing, but they gonna tell on you. The family is brutal. That ain't no joke.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. I remember every single one of them, but I mean, I know for me, I do think I'll get to that point where it's a lot more easier for me to forgive people.
Yeah.
For things, but it's a work in progress for me. That's for sure.
Yeah. So I wrote this last question down before I knew about what we was talking about today, and it is, how do you find peace when something is bothering you? And it goes directly with what we're talking about today. So how do you find peace these days?
I don't know. I mean, that's a hard question for me. I don't think I do.
So what do you like? What do you like to do then? Like what do you find enjoyment in doing?
I like hanging out with family. I've always thought about that too.
I mean, it's a real question because you gotta be able to find peace and enjoyment by yourself, like something that you enjoy doing. Like with me, I enjoy being outside. Like I don't need nobody around me to be outside. Like
I'll say I do. I like cooking.
Right.
I like cooking. That's one thing that because I've actually thought about that before a few times, and I came to discover that I really do like cooking.
Right. So whenever you're upset, I'm not saying, I am saying, whenever you're upset, find something to cook and bring it to me. This is an inside joke. She's always talking about something she's cooked, but it never makes its way over to my house. I hear about it. It sounds good. And she came here empty-handed again. And I bet she cooked something.
No, not today.
Oh, look, see how she do me? See how she do me?
Man, I don't know. I do think about that a lot. I need to find some stuff that I like to do
Like,
besides cooking.
like,
I know. Growing up, I used to play the flute, so
Yeah.
I actually have my flute in my truck.
yeah,
I need to. I was gonna bring it by White School
yeah,
so they can fix it. And I
Yeah.
can get back to playing that.
yeah,
Because I actually want to see about doing social media thing and trying to, I wanted to see about playing my flute and putting it on the internet and stuff like that. I want to get back learning it again because I know I forgot some of it. But
yeah. And you can do simple tutorials on it. Like I'm pretty sure there's millions of tutorials, but not everybody's gonna have your perspective, your personality, your charisma, and all of that. And I think people will enjoy it if you do go that route. But definitely, if you get nothing else from it today, find something that you find enjoyment in. It doesn't have to include anybody but yourself.
that's my thing. I've never really hung out by myself like that. So I always think, like I think I've asked a couple people, like, have you ever like just going out to a restaurant or something by yourself?
I have.
I've never done that.
I have. I've taken the furthest I've been by myself is I took a road trip to Atlanta by myself. 13-hour drive by myself, and I enjoyed it. And I even met a cousin with my same last name, didn't even know existed.
Yeah.
Linda Jackson. Shout out to Linda.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just like I don't know. Maybe it just has to do with like feeling like you're alone or something. Maybe. Or something. I mean, I've just never. I don't think I've ever really just went out and did something by myself. Besides like working out, like what I do now, but that's about it. So,
Well, that's all I got.
all right.
That's all I got. So, today was a very important discussion because, like I said, I didn't know what she wanted to talk about today. But I'm glad we did get to talk. I'm very grateful for that.
Yes.
And I have this for you as a token of my appreciation.
Thank you. Thank you.
You ain't got no
Okay.
you ain't gonna show them. But what do you want to say before we sign off?
I want to say to those who are parents out there, make sure you speak to your kids about bullying, because there's really people out here that are affected by that still growing up. And it's really tough when you're growing up and you've been bullied like that. So I'd appreciate if parents really talk to their kids about bullying. That way they know what not to do. Because trust me, it does hurt. It really does hurt people. It really does.
Well, thank you. I love you.
Yes.
And I hope y'all like this. And if you want me to continue, like everybody that I have with me in the future is all volunteer. Like I want you to I really want you to engage with me. Like I don't want to go out and begging somebody to come, because what she said was important and it was all volunteer, and that's what I want. That's the goal for Grasshopper's Ear, is to help somebody that can help somebody in the future. So with that being said, I'm glad you're watching, and like, share, and I'll talk to you later.